I have to warn you, our crack legal team has told me that I need to put this slide up here because I'm about to show you something that is the fundamental premise behind our entire initiative. So the exit is open, so if you need to, I understand. And that is... That is frightening, is it not? Okay, when we started this, I got a friend that that was great, guys. That was great. when we started this, I had a friend who had just retired from the ad business, right? And the only thing he could ever say to me is, Jay, you got to be in like a bullet, out like a hook. In like a bullet, out like a hook. In other words, get way down deep in that organization and then make certain they can't live without you. They'll need you forever and ever, which is actually a much more fiscally responsible policy than the one we've adopted. But he kept saying, nobody wants to hear this. They want to find a tea or a pill or a lotion or a this or a that, and they don't want to face. Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. People will do this, but it depends on how you create the opportunity. We've got to be very careful about the message that we promote. Okay, now we also got some other advice. I had this other friend who said, you aren't going to make any money doing wellness. The big money's in porn. And I said, look, I'm sorry. But he kept saying, porn, man, porn. I'm going, how much more porn do we need? And then I started thinking about it, and I go, you know, we are. We're promoting porn. That's another one of those delayed reactions. That's right. I see. Keep growing in this. Okay. All right. Enough of that foolishness. Okay, is there anybody here who has made a 30-year trip to Mars and doesn't realize that we've been having this national ongoing debate about health care? How do we provide for and how do we pay for health care? How do we avoid this escalating health care cost crisis? And as you know, this thing really goes way back past Medicare, Medicaid. So it's been going on since the early 60s, and then we had Hillary Care in the 90s and Obamacare starting in 2008, then the law got passed in 2010, then we had the Supreme Court decision in 2012, right? The battle's not over yet, as you all know better than anybody, right? Nobody wants to talk about what's really driving the health care cost crisis, right? And what it is the declining status of Americans. It's the decline of every one of us. Okay, nobody wants to address that. And again, it has a lot to do with, if we're going to do it, we're going to have to say those words again. We're going to have to say... Rebecca, you're traveling with me. From now on, we're teaming up.